Hello, my friends. Welcome back to another story with Dove. I was just looking at things on my shelf and I saw this beautiful cat cup with a plant inside of it. Made me think happy thoughts. I like this. Anyways, so today's story is about a duck in China. And it's the story about Ping. Ping is the duck. And it's written by Marjorie Flack and Kurt Wise. This book is seen a lot of decades. This book is more than 50 years old, maybe even 60, 65 years old. So it's becoming quite an antique. And the nice thing about reading books like this that are so old is that we keep them alive when we keep using them. So thank you for joining me today. And we're going to read this and enjoy it. Yep, it says right here, 1933. That's pretty old. So it's the story about Ping. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful young duck named Ping. Ping lived with his mother and his father and two sisters and three brothers and 11 aunts and 7 uncles and 42 cousins. Their home was a boat with 2 wise eyes on the Yangtze River in China. Each morning as the sun rose from the east, Ping and his mother and his father and his sisters and brothers and aunts and uncles and his 42 cousins all marched one by one down a little bridge to the shore of the Yangtze River. All day they would hunt for snails and little fishes and other pleasant things to eat. There they all are going down the boat. And do you see on the boat the eyes? There's eyes painted on the front of that boat. But in the evening, as the sun set in the west, la 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 lay, would call the master of the boat. La 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 lay. And quickly Ping and all of his family members would come scurrying. Quickly they would march, one by one, up and over the little bridge and onto the wise-eyed boat, which was their home on the Yangtze River. Ping was always careful, very, very careful, not to be last, because the last duck to cross over the bridge always got a spank on his back with the stick. Can you make out which one of these ducks is Ping? He doesn't look like any of the other ducks. What color is Ping? Ping is yellow. Baby ducks are yellow. And here's a secret. The Yangtze River in China also has another name in English, and it's called the Yellow River. So Ping is a yellow duck in the Yellow River. But one afternoon, as the shadows grew long, Ping did not hear the call because at that moment, Ping was wrong side up, trying to catch a little fish. By the time Ping was right side up, his mother and his father, his aunts, were all marching one by one up over the bridge. By the time Ping neared the shore, his uncles and his cousins were marching over, and by the time Ping reached the shore, the last of his 42 cousins had crossed the bridge. Ping knew he would be last, the very last duck, if he crossed the bridge. Ping did not want to be spanked. And you see how the duck's bottom is up in the air? Because his face is down underneath, using his beak in the dirt, in the mud of the bottom of the river, trying to get something to eat. And in this other picture, if you look on the shore, you can see all of the white ducks walking along the shore, going on to the boat. So what did Ping do? He went into the weeds and he hid. Ping hid behind the grasses, and as the dark came and the pale moon shone in the sky, Ping watched the wise-eyed boat slowly sail away down the Yangtze River. All night long, Ping slept near the grasses on the bank of the river with his head tucked under his wing. And when the sun rose up from the east, Ping found there he is laying in the grass. Ping found what? Well, turn the page and we'll find out. Ping found he was all alone on the Yangtze River. There was no father or mother, no sisters or brothers, no aunts or uncles, and no 42 cousins to go fishing with Ping. So Ping started out to find them, swimming down the yellow waters of the Yangtze River. As the sun rose higher in the sky, boats came. Big boats and little boats, fishing boats and beggars' boats, houseboats and raft boats. All of these boats had eyes to see with, but nowhere could Ping see the wise-eyed boat, which was his home. Then came a boat full of strange, dark fishing birds. Ping saw them diving for fish for their master. And as each bird brought a fish to his master, he was given a little piece of fish for pay. Closer and closer swooped the fishing birds near Ping. Now Ping could see shining rings around their necks, rings of metal made so tight the birds could never swallow the big fish they were catching. Swoop, splash, splash, the ringed birds were dashing here and there, all about Ping, and so down he ducked. Did you understand what the book said? This man owns these birds, and he puts a silver ring of metal around their neck, and the birds are able to breathe, but they can't swallow. And these birds, by nature, they go down and they grab a fish and they bring it up. And in the wild, they would just go ahead and swallow that bird, but they can't because they have a ring here. So they go to the farmer or the, whatever you would call him, the fisherman. He's not doing any of the fishing though. And the fisherman takes the big fish out of their mouth, he puts it in a basket, and then he gives them a little piece of fish that can pass down through the ring into their stomach. It's pretty clever that he's able to do this. And he doesn't hurt the birds. The birds are working with him. And so Ping, he swam under the yellow water of the Yangtze River. And when Ping came up to the top of the water far away from the fishing birds, he found little crumbs floating, tender like rice cakes crumbs, which made a path to a houseboat. And as Ping ate these crumbs, he came nearer and nearer to the houseboat. The houseboat is where people actually live. They spend all of their lives on this boat. They sleep there, they eat there, they work there. That's their home. Splash! There in the water was a little boy with a barrel on his back, which was tied to a rope from the boat, just as all boat boys on the Yangtze River are tied to their boats. In the boy's hand was a rice cake. "Ow, ow!" cried the little boy, and up dashed Ping and snatched at the rice cake. Quickly, the boy grabbed Ping and held him tight. Quack, 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 cried Ping. Oh-ho! Yelled the little boy. Ping and the boy made such a splashing and such a noise that the boy's father came running, and the boy's mother came running, and the boy's sister and brother came running, and they all looked over the edge of the boat at Ping and the boy splashing in the water of the Yangtze River. Then the boy's father and mother pulled at the rope which were tied to the barrel on the little boy's back. They pulled, and up came Ping, and do you think Ping is having a good time? Maybe Ping would have been better off leaving that rice cake alone, huh? For sure, Ping would have been better off not going after that rice cake. So they pulled Ping and the boy up onto the houseboat. Aha! A duck has come to us for dinner, said the boy's father. I will cook him with rice at sunset tonight, said the boy's mother. No, no, my nice duck is too beautiful to eat, cried the boy. What's going to happen? Is the boy going to have tasty duck for dinner? But down came a basket over Ping, and he could see no more of the boy on the boat, or the sky, or the beautiful yellow water of the Yangtze River. All day long, Ping could see only the thin lines of sun which shone through the cracks in the basket, and Ping was very sad. After a long while, Ping heard the sound of oars and felt the jerk, jerk, jerk of the boat as it was rowed down the Yangtze River. Soon the lines of sunshine which came through the cracks of the basket turned rose-colored, and Ping knew the sun was setting in the west. Ping heard footsteps coming near to him. The basket was quickly lifted, and the little boy's hands were holding Ping. Quickly, quietly, the boy dropped Ping over the side of the boat, and Ping slipped into the water, the beautiful yellow water of the Yangtze River, and then Ping heard this call, la 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 lay, la 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 lay. La 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 lay. Ping looked, and there near the bank of the river was the wise-eyed boat, which was Ping's home, and Ping saw his mother and his father and his aunts all marching one by one up over the little bridge. Swiftly Ping turned and swam, paddling towards the shore, and now Ping could see his uncles marching one by one. Paddle, paddle, Ping hurried towards the shore. Ping saw his cousins marching one by one. Paddle, paddle, Ping neared the shore. But as Ping reached the shore, the last of Ping's 42 cousins marched over the bridge, and Ping knew that he was late again. What do you think is going to happen to Ping now? We learned in the story what happens to the last duck each day. Do you remember what happens to him? But up marched Ping, up over the little bridge, And spank came the spank on Ping's back with the stick. Look at how sweet the ducks are looking over the side of over the boat. Aren't they cute? They look very nice. Well, it's true that Ping got the stick on his backside, but better to get the stick and go back on the boat with all of your family than to be left there by yourself with no stick. Then, at last, Ping was back with his mother and his father and his 2 sisters and his 3 brothers and 11 aunts and 7 uncles and 42 cousins. Home again on the wise-eyed boat on the Yangtze River. And there he is with his family. They all look very happy to see him. Well, my friends, that's the end of the story about Ping. And I thank you for joining me for this. Remember, be kind, wash your hands, and brush your teeth. Be well.